Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today I want to share with you some battles from my own Diamond League rank reward grind. And I am fighting at a high level, utilizing a strategy that I'm not seeing a lot of other people implement. And I'm having I think a reasonable degree of success with it. So I want to feature it. We're going to specifically look at Risk Out Wrath, range attacks, taunt functionality, bloodline synergies, and bloodline tributes to the best of our abilities. Let's get into it. So I'm going to come in here to my modern battles history, come into season activity. And there's a number of battles where I've had some fun with this recently. Risk Out Wrath I'm playing a lot. So Risk Out. Where again? A Kane also. A Kane's probably number 2. Lorcas in there too. There's another Risk Out. Another. So there's lots of matches. Let's start it off. Let's start it off here. This is more of a traditional melee focus that I'm going to reveal here, but this is my first of my like 5 of 6 matches that I did with this guy that were 5 of 6 were wins, I think. And this is something I do quite a bit. I use a fire team in a low mana match to great effect with these two. We're talking about 2 mana Kazi Conjurer, 3 mana Blazebeard Merc. You got the Halfling Refugee on the front line. Debilitations everywhere with the Incendiary, and the Weary. It doesn't matter because there's just such a great damage output. I'm going to fast forward through this one, go 4 speed, but you're just going to see me rip. And mind you, I have a 6 like a gold league level opponent here. So, I mean, to his credit, he did what he could. But we go through, we just push through. It's too much damage. You can, despite the debilitations, you come out explosive and you finish your opponent before they have a chance to get their feet under them. And so we had success there. We come back to lobby. That wasn't Risk Out actually, but still, I'm using that fire team. Here's one of my first Risk Out plays, and it's a W. And we are going to see the leaning into the range. Like Risk Out introducing the fire with green, man, I'm finding a lot of function there. And I've always seen, like since we saw the Silverleaf Mage be released in this game, of course I thought, you know, that's great functionality. It's a partnership of range attack with the range buff from Risk Out. And then you of course get the synergy of the Silverian Sentinel with the Resurrect on the Silverleaf, which has the Poison Burst. So this combo alone, Silverian Sentinel with Silverleaf Mage is great. Add to them both a range bonus from Risk Out Wrath. Plus, by the way, you can make sure you're controlling taunts well. You know, if I want to put my Silverleaf Mage toward the back half of my team, but I want to be cautious about how, because sometimes you put a taunt in a place that you're counting on them attacking you, but then they have a Risk Out Wrath themselves. You can get around controlling the taunts. And so I like having the taunt capacity with Wrath in case I play my Silverleaf back and they start to take advantage of me in the front lines through their own application of their own taunt. And so that I like too. Plus the lookout with the tank heal from Satha Toledo. This is something I'm trying to find more and more space for. Lookout was something I used to sleep on a lot. Not anymore. Especially now I'm effectively and almost always seeking a lookout in conjunction with my taunts, which reduces adjacent units take 1 less damage from attackers with sneak, snipe, or opportunity. It reduces damage from all enemy ambush attacks by 50%. That alone is awesome. The ambush reduction is huge. But when you're utilizing a taunt, you are attracting all of it. So if he's got snipe, he's theoretically going to shoot here, but not because I have a taunt. If he's got sneak, he's going to go over here, but no, because I got a taunt. So I get to control the pathway for your damage, and I get to expect all of your snipe, all of your sneak, all of your opportunity to come down Broadway, so that Toledo is super effective. And as you can see, I'm only using that at level 2. That's a level 2 card at Diamond League level. So let's watch this play out. But those are some of the thoughts on this. Plus, by the way, how do you like the Blackmoor Jinx for 1 mana with the 2 damage output, making it 3 from a summoner? How's that for, a nice little icing on the cake? And my opponent here is a max level Painforge play with the gnomes. It's a good team. It's a very good team. It's just not enough. And I didn't even really speak to how I utilize the taunt there. We're gonna have to look back at that. But as you can see, we are cooking. We are looking smooth. We do not even at all look threatened, really. And we are gonna cruise right to the finish line. I want to reset that one because my taunt in that context, I used it to delete something very important in that one play. We didn't lose a single monster. Play it again. Play it again. Replay. So in this context, because of the reckless on the Craniacs the Quick, that's the other thing too. I love that Risk Eldrath lets me drop a taunt on a key monster. And I don't think most people are playing this card. Do you see people playing Risk Eldrath very much? I don't. And so then you get to drop the taunt in a key place. Why is this key? Because it's got Reckless. Why is Reckless key? Because he's got Painforge on all of his gnomes. Gnome. They're both going to go up and up and up and up in damage output. And this is a double damaging monster because it's going to have magic and archery. That Reckless is going to proc everything. So we want to just drop the taunt right there on Craniacs. Plus, not only that, but Craniacs, not only is that Reckless going to be an annoyance to me, but it also would have prevented my Silverian Sentinel from dropping a Resurrect on the Silverleaf. So we just take it off the board immediately. Gone. Huge benefit. And as you know, we already move on to victory. So we'll skip the rest of the battle. That's battle number 2. First one was more the melee with the red team, but red team so effective at those low manas. I've featured that before. Really today I want to lean into the conversation around Drath, Risk Eldrath. Come back to lobby, go back to season activity. This is a loss with Risk Eldrath, but I just put my lookout. My palace is in 3rd spot. I'm not going to show this match, so I'm just quickly summarize it. I messed up in my placement. I put my palace in the 3rd spot, not the 2nd. And I meant to put my palace beside my Silverleaf because that would give the lookout benefit to the Silverleaf. But then I obviously want that 5 output from the Silverleaf in the reach position. Because it's in the 3rd, I messed up, I lost. I don't think that's super relevant. Slip of the team building. Next, Risk Eldrath, another win. I think this is the 3rd win with the Drath, I think. What do we got going on here? We got a max level Cryptic. We got basic standard rule sets. We got a very strong team on the back line with the triage for the self-sustain. We got the sneak attacks. We got the Commander Slade, which is so powerful, especially with the blind. It's going to have phase as well. Ooh, how am I going to ever hit the Commander Slade? Well, how about we bring True Strike? 2 true striking monsters that will impede my opponent as well. -1 to target speed after each successful attack. So not only can I drop a True Strike on Torch Mirrodon, which will crack that 7 armor immediately because it's a 6 speed. That's huge. But then also I get to put a True Strike on my Molten Elemental in the 2nd position, which is benefiting from the flank on the Torch Mirrodon. And that's one of the weaknesses of the Molten Elemental. It has lack of hit points, so I want it in the 2nd position for a lot of reasons. One, it's got double strike with the physical melee as well as the range. It's got trample. It's got silence. It's got void. It's a great card actually, but it's weak. It will die quickly if it's in the 1st spot. And so I love using it with a flank. We're going to see that more than once today. But we slap it there and we slap it there and we watch victory unroll. And again, we brought a taunt. This is another piece of it. I'm using Bloodline Synergies because we've got Shapeshift that are going to benefit from this thing going down. And Lookout again, Sedalitha Toledo providing its lookout benefit to the rear guard or Swiftbeard Stout, which is my rear guard. And the damage is incoming is so minimal because of that combination. We got a silence over here from the Molten Elemental. And he's got mostly magic damage. Then we have the Lookout, plus we have the Snipe and the Sneak, but all of which being nerfed. So that thing lasted until late in round 2, and it did what it needed to do. If that magic was all coming sort of down Broadway, down to the front lines, I'm probably in trouble. If that sniper is allowed to kill my Molten Elemental, I'm probably in trouble. But he wasn't allowed to. My taunt distraction with the dwarf, super helpful. Again, with the Lookout. By the way, that Lookout doubles as a tank heal. It's all so synergistic. I love it. That was 20 SPS for me there. We'll keep coming back into season activity. We will look at, I think, match number 4. I want to show a different look. This is not I have two more matches to feature with Riskal Drath, but one that's with Fife Bladestone. Again, Fire Team focusing on some of the themes you've already seen. We bring out the taunt from Swiftbeard Stout. I didn't have a lookout because of I don't have a lookout. I think it just didn't work mana wise. I wanted to make the rest of this happen, but I did consider a lookout. I wanted the Corrupted Heal because I thought it would hold up my front lines and my back. But here's what we've got. We've got a Taunt Distraction, which is synergizing with the Dwarf, and it's gonna have Void, and also 2 armor, and he's got magic, so that's gonna be helpful to me. I brought a Silence to synergize with that Void. This is a Bloodline Tribute monster, which is gonna help all dwarves and shapeshifters. So we have a dwarf here that's going to benefit by hit points and speed, etc. Not damage output because it's a magic monster and this is ranged. And then we've got the Molten Elemental again in that second position, bringing what kind of synergy? Well, huge damage output in conjunction with the flank, part of my plan. But then also the Silence, which is again helping the Swiftbeard because it's got a Dominion Bloodline benefit of Void. And so range with the red and with green, with these with in particular trying to see the shapeshift value and function. Watch this thing get out of control as the taunt goes down. And then Molten Elemental in that second spot, very powerful. I don't see people playing Drath. I don't see people playing Molten Elemental. I don't see people really a lot or enough playing Grammel the Hunger. I definitely don't see a lot of Swiftbeard Stout. And it's just like, I don't know if maybe these are strategies that are effective at Diamond League level and they're not effective elsewhere. Maybe at the highest league levels, it's a different game altogether. But I'm having fun and I'm having success with these plays. And look how close it does come down to, by the way, but we rip because of the triple strike and we finish. Let's go back to lobby. So we just saw that play and here I'm doing it again. Riskal Drath, Torch Myrmidon, Molten Elemental, Taunt on the back line. This time, lookout with the Conclave Artificer. And why is that interesting? Because we brought Bren Palesworth, which by the way is only level 2, but in his level 2 status is going to give 2 damage, 3 damage output, 4 damage output to the Conclave Artificer, because 2 archery, 2 range becomes 3 with the Riskal. So synergies on synergies, and again, Bloodline Dominion benefits over to the Shapeshifters, which is going to play out. Let's watch it. My opponent brought the Poison. He brought the very meta Commander Slade, but with True Strike, it just doesn't matter. That's the thing too. I showed it, I think 3 different times. Commander Slade I went up against, and people are expecting that evasiveness to work, especially when they bring the blind. But it isn't working because meaningfully I bring sometimes double strike, sometimes triple strike, true strikers, triple strike, true strike on the Grammel. So he's got that range, the magic, and the melee, all of which are going to hit. No missing, no problems, every time lowering your speed. So it looks like we're, even with the poison burst, everyone's poisoned. It just doesn't matter. He's still got the bloodlust, the double strike. It still doesn't matter. We're just doing too much damage. I've got 3 people on the table with double strike. In fact, the Grammel has triple strike because of the 3 different attack types. So that was, I think, the last one actually, but there might have been, was there one more? There was one more loss. Let's feature that. Let's just, for the record, let's feature one loss with the Riskal Drath. And I am trying to do something similar. So let's look at it from a different angle. This time, I don't know if I was predictable or really he brought the damage with the Arcane and the Barrage Kukor with the 5 bomb, which can bring out an ambush, like massive bomb in the ambush. And I've got a taunt, so it becomes a 10 bomb on the taunt monster because he's got Fury. Then he's got the Night Reaper, which of course hits harder against flight, and Riskal is giving everybody flight. Then he's got the Arachne to hold everybody up. That 3-punch right there, it's like as soon as I saw that, I was like, I'm cooked. But what I did was I dropped taunt over here on the Night Reaper because I was like, I got to get rid of that thing or it's going to slowly kill me. I might have been better off if I went Barrage Kukor, but I don't know. I think there's no way I needed them all dead in order for me to win this. I'm bringing a lot of damage too. I got ambush over here. I got huge damage output, but it's not enough. It's just not even close to enough. He's dropping poisons. He's holding, nobody's even phased because of that corrupted healing. And I'm losing guys left, right, and center. So it doesn't always work. And clearly if my opponent brings, in particular, if my opponent brings Fury, I have to be careful about some of those plays, particularly with the taunt, and that sometimes impairs my capacity to implement risk draft taunts in a really effective way, because you sometimes utilize them on yourself to control defensively. All that to say, no approach is perfect, but I'm having a lot of success and fun utilizing fire, earth, synergies across both, bringing in bloodline synergies within the dwarf, because that calls to the range attacks within the fire, and all of that. You saw that molten elemental. I don't see anybody doing that. I love it. The Faith Bladestone is another pathway into some of that, which if you don't have the Drath, and I find it effective, but the Drath is all the better because of the range bonus damage output and the taunt control and the True Strike and the counter to Commander Slade because of True Strike. Lots going on, and I'm finding a lot of success with the fire team. Let me know in the comments below if you're seeing that. Is there something I'm missing about how there's actually a big Achilles heel and that's why it's not played more? Let me know in the comments below what you think. Have an amazing day. God bless.